This is his 5th year in the league, and you would think that it's his rookie year, the way he just approaches everything.
The reason why he's been able to separate himself is just, his work ethic and then his competitiveness.
Aside from being a competitive person,
the Boston Celtics, one of the most iconic teams in NBA history, are always under the microscope from fans and analysts alike. With a star-studded roster and plenty of talent, there's one thing that's become their ultimate secret weapon. So, what's this game-changing secret? Guess who's making waves in the NBA? Payton Pritchard. Not exactly the name you'd expect to see lighting it up, right? But this season, he's proving everyone wrong. At 6 feet 1 inch, he's shorter than most players out there.
Strong belief in myself, and I feel like my teammates believe in me. Every day I'm trying to get better and better and better.
And doesn't have the typical superstar story, but his work ethic, knack for clutch performances, and unexpected rise have turned him into a player fans can't ignore. It's crazy to think how far he's come, and just how unlikely his journey really is. Payton's story starts in Oregon, where he dominated high school hoops at Wesleyan High and racked up 4 state championships. Yep, 4. After absolutely owning the high school game, Payton moved on to the University of Oregon, where he had a legendary run. As a junior, he averaged 22 points and 5.8 assists per game. Then as a senior, he exploded with 23.6 points, 6.8 assists, and 3.1 steals. Ranked as a 4-star recruit by ESPN, Payton committed to the Ducks in August 2015. By 2020, he was named Pac-12 Player of the Year and took home the Bob Cousy Award as the nation's top point guard.
You see the work that he puts in, and $6 million a year, worthy.
Let's dive into a moment that shows exactly why Pritchard is such a firecracker. During a game against the Miami Heat, he was absolutely lighting it up. But instead of celebrating, he was straight up mad. Every time he drained a bucket, he'd turn to Heat coach Erik Spoelstra, shaking his head in frustration. Why? It all came down to the defenders Spoelstra had assigned to guard him. It instantly brought to mind that classic Larry Bird story, where he roasted the opposing team for putting white players on him. "You can't put a white dude on me. That's straight disrespect," Bird famously said. The kicker, Pritchard's white too, but comparing him to Bird, an absolute Celtics legend, is just part of the whole Pritchard vibe. What makes his recent performances even more wild is how consistent he's been. He dropped 25 on the Heat, followed it with 24 against the Cavs, and then exploded for 29 against the Bulls. And when it's clutch time, the Celtics aren't turning to Tatum or Brown. Nope, they're trusting Pritchard, the undersized guard who's never even sniffed an all-star selection. Whether it's a buzzer beater or a cold-blooded 3 with the shot clock winding down, Pritchard's got it covered. Fast forward to 2024, and he's straight up dominating, hitting shots, setting up plays, and making defenses look silly. A 26th pick in the draft isn't supposed to be doing this, but here's Payton proving that wrong. How does a guy who wasn't even expected to make it this far become one of the Celtics' most dangerous players? Simple. He's not your average guy. In his last game against the Pistons, he put on an impressive performance. He scored 27 points, showcasing his scoring ability and offensive skill. Along with his points, he also contributed 10 assists, demonstrating his playmaking and vision on the court. Additionally, he grabbed 4 rebounds, helping his team control the boards. His all-around effort was crucial in the game, as he made significant contributions in multiple areas. His performance was a key factor in his team's success against the Pistons. His ability to make plays under pressure and execute in critical moments highlighted his importance to the team's overall strategy. His efficient shooting and decision-making played a pivotal role in ensuring the victory. It wasn't just the numbers that made him stand out, it was the way he played. Calm, focused, and always looking for an edge to outsmart the competition. What truly separates Payton from the rest? His mindset. The guy's a beast, always outworking everyone and hungry to prove the doubters wrong. Look at his training intensity. Some players have different offensive roles, so it's not a perfect comparison, but it's still wild.
Payton, there's this drill that we have where you got to go up against Payton full court. Yeah, and he just be going crazy.
And if that doesn't shock you, wait for Drew Holiday's response when asked who's toughest to guard on the Celtics. He said, "Who's the hardest player to guard on the Celtics?" Honestly, it might be Payton. There's this drill where you go full court against him, and he's just out there going wild. Payton's offense is absolutely on fire right now. He's dropping 15 points a game in just 28 minutes, shooting a ridiculous 63% effective field goal percentage, including 41% from 3. If you stack him up against the top 25 guards in the league, he's out shooting stars like Ja Morant and Luka Doncic. He's also been better than LaMelo Ball, who's having a breakout year. And when you start talking about elite shooters like Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, Yeah, that's where Payton Pritchard, the 26th pick in the 2020 draft, is making his mark. What really makes Payton shine on the court? It's his playmaking, efficiency, and versatility. Check out these 3 shot charts and try to guess who belongs to who. First up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is easy to spot. His mid-range is all green, showing his strength there, while the rest of the court is mostly yellow, meaning he's less consistent elsewhere. Now, it's down to Payton and Curry. The shot chart with the usual Curry range is pretty clear, but the one with all that green? That's Payton Pritchard, killing it all over the floor. Here's the deal. Payton Pritchard is currently rocking the top offensive rating in the entire NBA, ahead of even Nikola Jokic, who's basically the favorite to win MVP this season. And the best part? He's doing all this while coming off the bench. Pritchard's insane handle and ability to stop on a dime to get a shot off against anyone is a huge boost for the Celtics' second unit. When he drives to the hoop, he's got the vision to find teammates for easy buckets. Just look at his 28-point explosion against the Bucks. He's hitting threes with ease, thanks to a little advice from Sam Cassell. He's scoring, defending, running the offense, and dishing out assists like a pro. Looking at the season so far, it's clear the Celtics are putting more and more trust in him. He's averaging 15.5 points per game, a huge jump from 9.6 last season and just 5.6 the year before. And the best part? He's been given the green light to launch threes. Right now, Payton is attempting nearly 9 threes per game, alongside players like Damian Lillard and Trae Young. But it's not just about hitting threes, it's about when they're taken too. Whether it's at the end of a quarter or halftime, Payton's the go-to guy. And beyond adding points, those threes stretch the defense wide open. Payton's ability to force defenses to adjust opens up so much space for his teammates. In a league all about spacing, shooting over 40% from beyond the arc is like having a cheat code. So, how does he fit with the Celtics? Well, Tatum and Brown are the dynamic duo leading the way, but Payton's skills off the ball, his shooting, and his playmaking make him a key piece off the bench. We saw him come through in the playoffs too, stepping up with some clutch plays. He doesn't need to be the spotlight player, but when called upon, Payton delivers. His timely threes and assists have been huge in some of the Celtics' biggest wins. Here's where Payton Pritchard steps up as the Celtics' hidden weapon. When checking out the team's stats per 36 minutes, Tatum and Brown are clearly the top scorers. But here's the twist. Payton Pritchard and Derek White are almost tied, with Pritchard averaging 19.8 points per game and White just ahead at 19.9. Now, defense aside, players like Derek White and Drew Holiday are key for their two-way play. But when it comes to pure scoring, Pritchard is operating on another level. The NBA is all about business. The high-paid stars, those earning $50 million a year, are expected to perform at the highest level. But Pritchard? He's earning just $6.7 million, less than players like Anthony Black and Max Christie, who are barely making a dent. Yet Payton's game is at a level with the top earners, like Bradley Beal. That's what makes Payton Pritchard the Celtics' secret weapon. With a work ethic that's unbeatable and a system built to make the most of his skills, Payton is bound to keep surprising the experts. The guy's hustle and dedication are off the charts, and when you pair that with a team that knows exactly how to utilize his talents, it's no wonder he keeps outshining expectations. If he can refine his game even more, maybe add a reliable mid-range jumper, or work on becoming more efficient from deep, there's literally no ceiling for what he can accomplish. As the Celtics continue to look like genuine championship contenders, Payton's going to be a huge factor in their success, and his impact could end up being even bigger than we realize. But what do you think? Will Payton take home Sixth Man of the Year? Is it more about the Celtics' crazy depth or his own determination? Could he have done this with another team? And who's the biggest surprise player for you this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.